nation or contraption, better called a contraption, that prefers to grant amnesty or forgiveness to hardened terrorists. They would rather give brand new Hilux vans and motorcycle vehicles, same that terrorists use during operation, as gifts because they believe that they are repentant. A nation that does this, a contraption that does this, the people who do this, you know what it is, what will become of them at the end of the day. Gunmen suspected to be terrorists, bandits, killed a senior army officer, Major J.F. Landon, in Zamfara state. A military source confirmed to Sahara reporters that Landon was killed during an ambush set up for Nigerian soldiers at Jambako town in Marudun local government area of the state on Sunday. The source said the attackers came in a Hilux vehicle and motorcycles given to repentant bandits by Governor Bello Matawale. Now, what does that tell you? The same vehicle, the same motorcycles that the governor gave to them has been used to kill a military officer. This is what we are saying. They are the one empowering terrorism in Nigeria by giving them opportunity to go into the villages and towns to oppress the people, oppress the unfortunate people trapped in that particular part of the north. And they are moving to the middle belt already. They've moved to the middle belt and they are already in the south of Nigeria as Fulani herdsmen. They are inviting more of their brothers, more of their criminal partners from all over the Sahel, from just any other place. But unfortunately, we have a governor who believes that the only thing that he can do after, getting some allocation somewhere from the federal government under the, auspices or probably hiding under a ministry of humanitarian affairs or whatever it is. Look at the IDP camps. Those are the people, it's a sorry sight. Those are the people that should be granted scholarship, granted Hilux vehicles. But the people, the oppressors, the criminals are giving brand new vehicles and Hilux from Nigerian money. While the IDP camps, the people who are innocent, who are not criminals, who are not violent, they are there in the IDP camps. You need to see their condition, particularly during Ramadan season. What kind of nation, what kind of backward evil, what kind of terrible possessed people, what kind of people are this? What has done this to Africans? Why is Nigeria, what is going on here? It's a very simple logic. How can you give so-called repentant criminal bandits who have made money killing people and you end up giving them more money and give them vehicles and automobiles saying that you're trying to set them up? Do you think it's as a result of not having Hilux vehicles or motorcycles? That's the reason why they decided to engage themselves in terrorism? And do you think that Hilux vehicles and motorcycles will stop them from engaging in terrorism? Well, they said 2 other soldiers were also injured during the attack. The soldiers were said to be on their way to restore peace at Jamboko after bandits invaded the community. Sahara reporters had exposed how about 15 brand new Hilux vehicles, do not forget, I repeat again, same Hilux vehicle that Boko Haram is always seen, terrorists are always seen using in the desert, in Sambisa forest, in villages to ransack, to steal, to kill, and to destroy. The same Hilux vehicle. Now they brought 15 brand new Hilux vehicles and gave to them to empower terrorists, people who have nothing inside of them, rather than look for a way to assassinate them and kill them and hang them as a lesson to the others. They decided to embrace them into the society as if they are normal people. People who could go into military barracks, kill people who will go into villages and kill innocent people. Do you think those people are normal? They are not normal because you do not have any reason. You don't have any reason to go into villages to kill or to terrorize anybody. They have been handed over 15 brand new Hilux vehicles. They were given to the leaders of the different repentant bandit groups by the governor. He gave them 15 brand new Hilux vehicle. They gave their top dogs, the leaders of each group. They gave each of them vehicles to do what? To enable them to perpetrate their crime, to enable them move faster, to enable them penetrate the villages, to enable them create more chaos. Do you see what we are saying here? The governor also approved millions of naira to be given to the repentant bandits as compensation. Millions of naira given to repentant bandits, terrorists, as compensation. Compensating them for what? What are you compensating a killer? What are you compensating oppressor, a terrorist for? Wow. You know what Nigeria is going to be eventually? Nigeria is going to be a nation where everybody will take up arms so that you can be compensated. That is what it is, so that you can be compensated. A senior military officer and a top commander of the Joint Task Force, JTF, in Zamfara State, JF London, was killed by bandits in Jomboko. The government came in one of the Hilux vehicles, I repeat, given to leaders of different repentant banditry groups in Zamfara State by Governor Bello Muhammad Matawale. Well, they said that later the bandits or terrorists were resisted by the local vigilantes, so they fled and left behind some Hilux vehicle and motorcycles they came with. Well, you know what it is. Sporadic attacks, shooting. Terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. I do not understand. They said that the governor had a kind of peace agreement with this terrorist. But despite their accord, the communities in the state are still being attacked and residents are being kidnapped and killed. Zamfara, like any other northwestern state or northeastern state, they've been under the same attack for over 10 years, devastating attack. You cannot go to your farm. You have to pay some bandits. In fact, there is no government in the north. The government there is the terrorists. They decide when you come to the farm. They decide when you come to harvest. They decide when you come to sow. They decide on everything. You pay them levies. You pay them tax. You pay them. They control who gets married, who does not. In fact, they are the alpha and the omega right there in those villages and in those towns, in those states. The governors are just there as useless as it can be. A committee set up to investigate the imminence of armed banditry in the region, headed by one Muhammad Abubakar, a former Inspector General of Police, reported that in Zamfara State between June 2011 and May 2019, 4,983 women were widowed. They killed their husband just within that short space. That is the ones that are recorded. It could be more. It could even be times 20. Do not forget, they do not have a reliable database, so the figures might not be correct. 25,000 children. They give birth to children like flies. They are orphaned. And more than 300,000 people have been displaced. What are we talking? And you are giving, imagine, what kind of rubbish is this? This is where we say the oppressor is giving, a palatable dinner and giving a house to stay, giving vehicle to ride, and the person that has been oppressed is left in decay. What message does that send to the oppressed? Take up arms and ammunition and fight to kill. Then the government will realize that you exist, because it is the government of cows, government of cows, government of terror, wicked, very, very wicked people. It's quite unfortunate that this is happening. So guys, that is the latest that is happening. The same weapon that they thought they are taking off from them is the same that has been used to oppress them again. I think JF London and the rest of them in the military who have made money from terrorism, it's time for you to rise up. They will kill you, kill themselves, and kill the people around you. That is what it is. You have empowered them to a point whereby they have become uncontrollable.